There are words that rise like the dawn. And there are words that fall like thunder. That night, his words fell. And the desert sky trembled. They were not shouts. Not anger. Not even curses. They were quiet words. But quiet words from those we love can sound louder than any storm. I remember the exact breath between us. The pause before he spoke. The stillness that carried more weight than any crown I have ever worn. He said something so small. And yet it split my world in two. It was not hate. It was not goodbye. It was something worse. It was disappointment. And the sky above me, so vast and endless, felt suddenly closer. As if every star leaned down to witness a sun's heart break in silence. I walked out into the night alone, barefoot across the dunes, feeling each grain of sand, like time slipping through my hands. The wind spoke softly, carrying the scent of oud and loss. My heart was too full for tears. Instead, I whispered into the dark. Why do words hurt more than swords? Why do the tongues we love most turn into blades when truth arrives? The desert didn't answer. It never does. It simply holds you until you remember how to breathe. I thought of him. The man whose voice had once lifted me higher than the falcons I flew. The man whose approval was the sun my world revolved around. And now, that same voice had turned my sky to fire. The palace behind me glowed like gold morning itself. Every stone, every archway held echoes of lessons he had taught me. How to lead. How to listen. How to endure. But he never taught me how to survive the pain of his words. Sometimes I wonder if he knew the weight of what he said. If he realized how his silence afterward cut deeper than the words themselves. People say a king's word is law. But they never speak of the laws written on the hearts of sons. Laws made of longing, of wanting to be seen, of waiting for a father's nod to mean, I am proud of you. That night, the stars felt farther away. Even the moon hid behind the dunes, as if she could not bear to watch. I sat down on the sand and wrote his words into the ground with my hands, letting the wind erase them, as if forgiveness could come that easily. But the truth is, forgiveness does not live in the wind. It lives in the heart, in the slow rebuilding of faith. And that rebuilding takes time. Still, even in the ache, I remembered his lessons. He had once told me, words are the arrows of destiny, my son. Once released, they never return. So speak as though heaven listens. And that night, he had forgotten his own wisdom. But perhaps that is what it means to be human. To break the very truths you once believed, so that those who love you may learn how to rebuild them. I looked up again at the bruised sky and said softly, I forgive you. Not because you are right, but because you are mine. The wind paused, as if the desert itself bowed to that truth. Somewhere far away, I thought I heard the falcons cry, their wings cutting through